let's get into this. Welcome back to Thea the Awakening, our Horus run. Let's see where we're at now. Village. So we're... Alright, let's get into this. Gathering as much research points as we can. What else we got? Expedition 1 just dropped their stuff off because we just completed the God quest. So let's head towards the Cosmic Tree quest now, which was where? Giants return, Cosmic Tree. Okay. And Expedition 2 is collecting moonstones. Awesome. We already have a lot too. Looks like we've got I don't know, 10-15 turns, and then they'll be close to over encumbered. What we got left to research? Some bows. Might as well see what these are. So the meeting hall unlocks sages and chants at scholars, ornered venner. Okay. And the manger. Helps with attracting beasts and train in animal kinship. Children growing up as gatherers receive 10 more skill points. That could be nice. So, let's see. We don't got a whole lot left to research, surprisingly. Alright, continue on to the Cosmic Tree. Let's hunt these guys. It's an easy one skull fight, so it's an auto resolve. Got some more spider silk. Continue the trek. Ooh, 4 skull fight. This could be interesting. That's an unfortunate hand. Ooh. Spears galore. Very unfortunate. There's not a whole lot I can do. I don't like that. He's gonna take 18 more damage. He won't die, but that still sucks. Yeah, I don't think this group is ready. We're just gonna surrender, take a couple wounds. Well, unfortunately, he took a lot of wounds. Somehow, Bedemir took all of his life in wounds. That really sucks. And he's our medic. He has a 21% chance of dying this turn. Ouch. Nothing worth gathering. Well, he didn't die, and because he's camping, he has healed enough to no longer be bleeding out. Cool. Let's see, I could try to come save them. Probably the smarter move. And they attacked us. Okay. A little bit better of a lineup. 7. That's really weak. I'll send him out, and my strongest shield, which isn't much. We know that 2 of them have spears, and one of which is the boss. So we have to be very careful of that. Okay, he's gonna do 38 damage, which is not enough to kill this guy, sadly. By 2, and then he'll finish him off. So we'll send out another spear to handle that guy. And you know what? We're going to counter offense. Okay, there's one of the spears out of the way. Do I have a decent? I do. Here's a good counter tic-tac. Let's see if we can't get that second spear. Yes. I don't know if they have more, but I already feel better about this just from that. So things are definitely looking up. We'll send out our hammer. Okay. Another hammer. Now, let's do a quick walkthrough on this, make sure we got all the math right. He does 38. He does the remaining 2 to kill this guy. She kills him. He's gonna do some damage. I don't like that. I can first action my hammer, and that might be the best plan. In fact, that is definitely the best plan. So we will do that. Now she will kill him. 10 of that damage will carry over. He kills him. He kills this one. And then the rest don't even get a turn because they're confused. So then we clean up. Yeah, we got this. Just in case, I'm going to shield that guy. Send out our vampire. Shield her. And confuse that first guy. And this time we take 0 wounds. Don't need any of this equipment. The ring is not worthless, or is worthless now. Don't need the shield. Yeah. So we got some seaweed out of it. Somebody joined us. A bandit. Bandits are weak. But he's got a high magic score, surprisingly. I'm impressed. Ooh. Did I not restock our expedition? Crazed bees. They've all got piercing. So I think I'm just gonna leave them be and see about clearing out some of their cards instead. Like so. They've got 1 left. Let them bring it out. Alright, no more damage coming our way from poke. Poke that one to death. Then my plan is to send out our hammer and first action her. We win. Just like that. Okay, why do they have so little food? I could have swore I stocked them. That's why. Well, we're about to enter the cosmic tree, so what the hell. Let's just enable 10 food varieties to maximize our stats. And let's get to the cosmic tree. Hello, spiders. They're still not full. Spiders are easy at this point. I'm just going to auto-resolve them. Can probably still make use of that idol. Definitely don't need the armor. So, do any of my hammer guys not have the idol? This one. Here's some more damage.
You finally find what must have been the grove from the map, although there is little left but some stones and dirt here. And yet, among the rubble stands a single tree, still green and thriving despite it all. When you approach, the tree opens its eyes and stares at you. The tree blinks at you several times before moving its branches around, as if it was shifting in its place. Slowly, it begins talking.
What is this elf thing you speak of? And how long is long ago? An eon? 2? I see. The children of Thea, you mean. Pretty young things, to be sure. In the old days, there used to be many in my grove.
The tree looks around, as if for the first time, and you see its face twisting and its eyes growing larger.
My grove? Where is my grove? Where are all my charges? What have you done with them? Oh, right. My apologies. Yes, that wretched cold night. It was rather unpleasant. Still, it was not it. It was a brother of mine. He took my herd. I tell you what. I will tell you all about the elven child you speak of. The one seeking to cure us from darkness. But only if you hunt down and kill my brother, and bring me the remains of his flock. You fleshy creatures oft call us Lishi. Demons, you say we are. And in all fairness, that description is wise. We are guardians of the forest, sons of the Silver Mother, and shepherds. My brother is thus, like me, a Lishi, but he is also a thieving wretch. He stole my flock from under me. Mad I am, he said. Mad and corrupted by the dark. Bah! Only because I did not think as he did. I did not seek to kill the so-called creatures of the dark. Ah, no matter. What does matter is that I need his wooden carcass and that of his flock so that I may regrow this grove, and it is my business why. I have what you seek right here.
The tree crackles, the earth beneath it shakes a bit, and from the roots it brings out an elf. The elf is covered in soil and motionless, but he still breathes.
This young man refused my pleas also, but we seem to have reached an impasse. He will not die, and yet I am not inclined to let him go. But if you do the deed, I shall free him. How splendid. I have cast a spell upon you that will guide you to the traitor's hideout. Do watch yourselves. He is likely to have many allies. Now off you go.
You are ambushed by a shadow giant and his minions. You feel a gust of
Lame.
cold air as they approach, and you know they are filled with the darkness. The giant whispers, his voice ringing in your ears like an ice pick.
Give me your souls.
Well, I'm never going to sacrifice someone just like that, so let's attempt to fight. We got them outnumbered at least. Alright, hopefully they don't have any spears. I don't remember if shadow creatures can. We're going to start out with our big hammer, which is good. He kills that one with 18 carrying over to this guy. So the spear will finish him off. And then we will send out our next best warrior, who who kills that one. Then our vampire, followed by our best shielded guy, just in case, who got confused immediately. So the next guy. Let's just beef him up. Confused for the hell of it. Do some shielding, some beefing, more beefing, and more beefing.
You defeat the Shadow Giant and its minions of darkness.
Cool. Don't need that axe anymore. Moonstone is nice. Dragon leather is nice. Sometimes one of the shades will join you after that event, but not so lucky this time. How's Expedition 2 doing? They still got 1,000 more weight to gather. These guys are going to be quite the joke now, especially with so many strong hammers in my party. Oh, we get more, eh? Counter offense. Counter tic-tac. And cleanup crew. Should be good. Don't need none of that gear. Alright, next part of the quest.
You witness a green grove, thriving despite any logic. It is small, barely more than a garden, but this one is full of life and beauty. There are fruit trees blooming with pink flowers. There is a sweet smell of tree sap in the air and a hum of bees working hard. The largest tree stands in the center and spreads its branches in a welcoming gesture to you.
Welcome, friends. I see a frown upon your foreheads and a burden on your hearts. I smell the dark stench of my poor brother smeared all over you. What has he devised now? Did he ask for the lifeless carcasses of me and my flock so that he may regrow his twisted grove? And pray, what has he promised as your reward? That wretched traitor. Our mother tree was brutally butchered. He holds the key to her salvation, and yet he withholds it from those who can help. Bah! His madness has gone beyond my mercy. Alas, he is a strong demon. Old. Older than you can imagine, fleshling. So I propose a ruse. It is these 3 silver shards that he truly covets. Take some wood and these shards, and trick him into believing we are gone. Well, I will not lie. Convincing him will not be an easy task. The only guarantee you have is to kill me and my kin. You are welcome to try, but I warn you I will not forfeit my flock, not even for the mother tree. Good. I had a feeling your hearts are in the right place. Here, have the shards and the wood, and since you chose not to kill us, I will use what little power I have to bless you. This way you will have a better chance to fool my brother. Farewell, fleshlings, and may the Mother Tree's blessing follow you wherever you go.
And so, because we chose the good route, we get ancient wood, which is always helpful, some blessings to help us out with the next part of the event, and then permanent stat boosts, which these will help definitely with the next event, because we have to try to trick him through a social challenge. Head back down. Gain some levels. What do we got? Some gathering. Not bad. Expedition 1. Hey, the medic is better. That's always a nice thing to see. Lots of health. I like that. And our village. Kind of a hodgepodge, but some good stuff in there. Alright. Continue down to the cosmic tree. 1 shy.
You finally find what must have been the grove from the map, although there is little. The Lishi looks over the remains. He takes the shards and nods, but then examines the wood for a while.
These are the remains of my brother, you say? They look, well, ordinary.
So the wolves have no social skill whatsoever, so these are just 10 dead weights that they'll throw at you to block your attacks. The Pikenettes are good at social, and the Lishi is good at social, so you have 5 that you really have to worry about. So, we'll start with the best warrior. Of course they have 2 spears. Why wouldn't they? Well, I can at least confuse the Pikenet. And that's about it. He's gonna do 17 damage. That's gonna kill him. No matter what. So, goodbye, Manamir. While I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna confuse this guy. So I need to do 12 damage to kill him. Nobody does 12 straight up. So we will start with... We'll send out our highest health person to absorb some attacks. Damn, they all have spears? Was not counting on that. So there's going to be one more Pikenet in here. And it's going to have a spear apparently. I'm just going to confuse everything. There's the last one. Okay. Now I can focus on killing this thing. So she does 8 damage. I need to give her 4 more. Well, here's 8 more. She'll probably hit the wolf, which will be unfortunate, but oh well. He can hit a wolf. Then she can hit a wolf. God, so many wolves. Let's just kill one of them. And get closer. So because the wolves have 0 attack, and we've played all our cards, the AI chooses not to play these, which kind of works out in our favor. Alright, there's one Lishi. Let's poke him twice. They're gonna do 19 total, so he's dead. And now we just have wolves to worry about. Just in case, I don't want him to play these wolves in any way that could harm us.
So yeah, we don't know why these don't feel special to you, but your brother is ashes, so our end of the bargain stands. The Lishi listens to you and nods.
Well, I suppose I haven't really killed a Lishi before, and who knows how this darkness thing affects us. The tree shards are here, so it must be true. Here you go. Take the elf and leave me be, before I decide you're good for compost.
The Lishi turns away and turns into a tree again, with the wood and the shards taken into his roots. The elf opens his eyes and speaks in but a whisper, yet his words are very clear. I am still weak and it will take much time for me to recover, but thanks to you I shall. But that is of no importance. Let us leave this place and talk of the fate of Thea. Now, I heard your talk with the Lishi. I know you seek answers to my quest. I assume you have discovered my notes, for if you found my student, she would be here with you. It seems this quest claimed us both. The elf only nods. Such is fate. Perhaps it is punishment for our failure as guardians of the cosmic tree. I see the world is still corrupted, yet the sun has returned. This can mean only one thing. A seed of the tree yet lives. Right. How much do you know of what happened? There is a seed of the cosmic tree that you must have. I know how to find it. You must gather some cosmic tree shards. pieces of the tree that still linger in our world. Once you have those, bring them to me and I will tell you our next step. In time, perhaps, but I am still too weak, and I fear waiting for my recovery may take too long. You have come this far. I trust that you will choose the right path. I will find a place of power and meditate there until you come back. I have marked you so you will feel your way back to me. Now for the cosmic tree shards. I know of one place where some can be found. Go seek the place out.
And this leads to a dragon encounter. Where is that in relation to me? Okay. We have undead. Let's try an auto-resolve sneak. Sweet. Don't need the gear though. Can we move any further? We cannot. Herbs are sometimes useful, but I'll just hunt these guys for the hell of it. We got a bow out of it. Who still needs a bow? You do. More spiders. Auto resolve. A button. Yeah, I don't need any of that. A rat lair.
As you explore the land, a long shadow covers the sun for a moment. When you try to take a closer look, it is already gone, but you could swear it was a very large person walking away. You are about to turn away when you notice that the strange apparition left behind a thread of black smoke.
Four skull fight could be fun. Ooh, we got a badass in our group. What else can we do? You know what? We can get rid of a lot of their offensive cards. I like that. Then I can confuse two of them. And I can counter tactic. And then confuse. So he kills this one. None of them get an attack. So starting with this guy, I need to do 17 damage. Bam. Then I need to do 27 damage. That one's a little harder. Well, that's 25 and 8. That'll do. Now I need to do 21, which again, can't really do, so we'll send them out and just go with it. One lonely opponent left, who is now confused and now dead.
You outrun the strange smoke, and you still feel a chill running down your spines as you move farther away from the danger. One of you runs so fast they feel nimbler thanks to this mad escape.
+2 dexterity, that's nice. Let's go ahead and clear out the rat lair. Don't need the gear. Can't move anymore, so let's do a bit of gathering. Let's see. Send you there with a 4. That's enough. That. I need a 6 here. Good. Gather that. Gather some fish. Call it a day. Expedition 2 is doing just fine because they got a lot of strength in that level up. Next. What do we got? Skeletons. With spears. How cute. Damn, look at that damage. Whew. That is impressive. We don't have a counter offense, but we can get rid of that one at least. This one's easy. Don't need any of that. Alright, should maybe reach it. No, we're gonna have to fight, aren't we? What do we got? More undead and a wolf slayer. Guess we're fighting the undead. Let's do another tactic. And we win, don't need the gear. Continue on. That's as far as we can go. Lame. Don't really care to gather. Don't have much options though. Gather some meat and some amber. Break camp. Cosmic tree. We cannot reach it. I definitely need more coal. 16 and the 4.
You enter the ruins of an old city, steeped in a low-hanging mist and a strong smell of decay. Elven magic guides you towards an unassuming rubble of stones, but as you look closer, you see trapdoors leading underground. There is a long, dark tunnel filled with cobwebs and dust. The air is dry and heavy. Finally, you come into an imposing underground chamber, and in the distance, you see a one-eyed dragon. The beast seems almost like a statue, although you see faint signs of breathing. On a pedestal behind the creature, you see 5 silver pieces of tree bark. These must be the cosmic tree shards.
So I could attack him outright, I could try to sneak past him, or I could talk to him, which leads to either a hex or a social challenge. I don't remember. Let's talk to him.
As you stand there, about to start talking, the dragon wakes and speaks. Come in, come in. I am ever so bored. We must converse. Such well-mannered humans, how wonderful. Well, as I said, I am rather bored. You see, I am bound to remain here by a pesky spell until these here cosmic tree shards are picked up by the rather rude mage. Only, you see, I think he's forgotten all about it. Or perhaps he's just being rude. I do hate rude people. Oh, how very nice of you to think of me. It would be a splendid idea, only I really cannot, on account of the spell and all. An interesting conundrum. I am honor-bound to obey this spell, though. Oh, I don't know. You don't look or smell like him. I suppose I can sense magic on you. So, if you can take the spell off, I guess I have no reason to doubt you.
I don't know if we're ready for a hex challenge. 1, 2, 4, 4, 2, 4, nothing, 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 10, 2, 4. We are very subpar at magic, and this is a 4 skull fight. I don't think we can manage it.
Yes, well, of course the spell itself is too weak to hold me, but, well, he made me promise, and I can't very well go and break promises now, can I?
I'm much better at social, but now it's a 5 skull, but let's attempt it. Svarozex. Okay, that's not cool. This is a pretty damn tough dragon. Holy bejesus. Poke. I guess I could try to maximize the damage I do to him. I'm just gonna assume that all of these have piercing attacks, so yeah. I'm just gonna focus on that for now. Well, I could counter. Yeah. Do I have one more that would work? I do not. Well, his... yeah, sure. Okay, now it's not so bad. There's two of them. I just need to do a hell of a lot more damage than I am right now. 13, 28. He dies. He gets wounded and then does 41 total. So really I don't need to do a whole lot more. Let's see. Oh, and I got rid of my first actions. That was dumb of me. I could confuse this guy and really limit the damage I'm taking. And then use these guys to support. So now that's going to be 38, 51. Still not quite enough to kill him, but that's okay. Who is my weakest character? This guy. Lady. So if the dragon attacks either direction, I want her to soak it up. Followed by her and then the others. Okay, the dragon's taken care of. Sweet, now it's easy. So they all have piercing. So I'm not gonna focus on sending guys out just yet. Instead, we're gonna get rid of cards. Ooh. We're not strong enough to confuse that one. So we'll send out this guy and then everyone else. And we have it in the bag.
So you see, Mr. Dragon, I think you are in fact safe to leave. The dragon stands on its 2 feet and flaps its wings, making all of you fall to the floor for fear of your heads rolling.
By the gods, you are correct. How wonderfully quaint that such little mortal beings should be my salvation. Whatever can I reward you with? Stuff and nonsense. I cannot reward my saviors with mere wood. I mean, sure, have them, but here, have my wisdom bestowed upon you. This drop of my blood carries with it the potential to learn magic. Those of you talented enough will receive the gift. Now fare thee well, my fellows.
So I don't need the sword, but this is the heavy armor I was going to start making, minus using diamond, which gives me a chance at some really good stuff. But still, major upgrade for one of my warriors. Plus we got a stack of diamond, and we got better at magic, which is always good, and a temporary speech blessing.
As you climb back up from the tunnel, you notice someone was observing you from the distance. They stand up and look at you, waving for you to come over, but then they walk off, as if asking to follow them.
Okay, and this is an interesting group of people. It doesn't lead to a fight, it's just they're going to convince you to not save the world.
You catch up to the people that were spying on you, and they turn out to be a mixed group, made out of orcs, goblins, and humans, but also with a few creatures that look more like demons than anything else. An orc woman walks up to meet you. Her weapon is not drawn, but you do see she's very tense around you.
Well, it's not exactly spying when we stand there in the open now, is it? Obviously, we wanted your attention.
One of her people coughs loudly.
Sorry, I get a bit narky when I'm nervous. The name's Tilda, and back there you have my rather unique tribe. We were watching your progress in regards to the cosmic tree seed. Oh, for pity's sake. Fine. We have to find a way to create a new Thea. One where humans and creatures of darkness, as you call us, can adapt and live together. To do this, we need to seal the seed of the cosmic tree in a safe place. We hope you will choose wisely when the time comes. If you decide to go, our way will come when the time is right. Farewell.
Okay, now I need to head back to the elf, who is up here. We cannot move anymore, but first off, we have that amazing armor. So, who was my best hammer? 59 damage. Okay, Dobemeist. Have double the armor and shielding that you had before. Now you truly are a badass. Continue heading up this way. Wait a minute. That means we finished collecting the diamond and turned it in. Why am I being an idiot? Let's produce... Let's gamble on my high-end armor. Come on. Ooh, I need more coal. Regardless, so base-wise, it's 33 armor and 11 shield. It's a little less than if I use straight mithril, which is 37 and 9 shield. But the nice thing is, diamond can roll the highest stats for the additional attribute that it's going to give you, and 2 of those is plus damage and plus range damage. And if I remember right, it's in the 30s or 40s, so it's hella nice if you can get lucky and get that roll, and that's what we're aiming for. Yeah. Good to go there. We still have a 2% chance of them being bad quality, which would really suck if that happens. We need one more piece of food to get max move again. Apparently we can't move anymore? No. Is there anything worth collecting? No.
You are set upon by a small group of rugged-looking dwarves. Their faces are scarred, as if they cut off their beards with their axes, which they probably did. Their clothes are worn, and their eyes hungry. Only their weapons remain in perfect condition, the last remnant of their bygone heritage. One steps up and spits before speaking.
Money, or we'll kick your teeth in now.
So I could go through the effort of doing the social challenge, but it's really only worth it when you're the goddess Lada. So, now that I'm buff as hell, I'm just gonna kill them. I'm in that kind of mood right now. Know what I'm saying? So, double hammers. Triple hammers. Alright, they're level 8, so I can counter offense one of them. And this is just becoming more and more of a joke. Let's see. Why not? Let's just poke him.
You have
Easy
defeated
peasy.
the dwarven bandits. You realize a few of them have somehow broken their weapons in a last act of dying, but perhaps some can be salvaged.
Don't need any of the gear, but the mithril's always nice. Continue on to the cosmic tree. Oh, while we're here, might as well
You
continue.
find a stone house standing alone in the middle of nowhere. As you enter and search it, you soon realize there is an entrance into the basement. But the basement proves to be a long, dark corridor leading you deep underground. At the end of the corridor, you are faced with what looks like some kind of obstacle course leading deeper into the complex. You take a good look at the obstacle course and realize this must be a dwarven challenge. Both the craftsmanship and the height requirements suggest this. It is a well-known fact that dwarves are very dangerous on short distances, so you can expect the test to be more of a sprint than a drawn-out affair, intense but rapid.
So I've never done this one before. It's going to be interesting to see what this leads to. Alright, physical challenge. Okay. I should have reversed them, but oh well. Technically I could, but instead I'm more interested in getting rid of the offensive cards. And then the tactical cards. Okay. I'm gonna confuse one of them. And then I just need to do 13 damage to kill this one, so I'm gonna first action her. Now she kills the first one, the vampire kills the next one, she damages the confused one, they don't get any attacks, and these guys just clean up. Okay, counter offense. Counter tic tac. Do some confusing. Alright. We need somebody to do 8 damage to kill this guy. He is fully capable of that. First action, so he kills that one, he kills that one. And then this one just takes 13, it's dead, and then these clean up. And we win.
You beat the obstacle course, and a set of beautifully carved marble gates opens in front of you. Inside, you find yourselves in an immense, grand chamber that you would not think possible this deep underground. There are ornamental stone carvings, columns that seem to reach the surface, murals and art displays the likes of which you've never seen before. The walls are stacked with bookshelves holding thousands of volumes. In the center, atop a great pedestal, sits an old dwarf dressed in long robes over plate armor, holding a staff in his hand.
Come in and feel free to point your weapons at me as you enter my household uninvited. Still, these are not the times for pleasantries, I suppose. You have passed the tests and proven yourselves somewhat worthy of my attention. You have come to learn of the rise of the giants, yes?
Interesting.
There is so much to learn, and I do not know it all. The giants were said to be builders of the world, and some even say that dwarves are actually their descendants. Ironic, I know. As a rune master, I am one of the very few dwarves who delve deep into the arcane and hold the old knowledge safe.
Now that's an interesting play on the old fantasies and legends, the idea that dwarves are descended from giants.
It is an ancient order of the elder dwarves. We are not akin to magic as the elves or even humans, but we are master smiths. We discovered a way to craft magic, runes we call them. That is all I will say. The elder dwarves are gone now, and I am all that remains on the surface. So let us get back to giants roaming the Easterlands. The giants, as you call them, were master builders, crafting the very mountains, islands, and forests you now live in. They rose from the rock, and in the rock they were made to sleep. In the days when the younger peoples, like yourselves, began to populate Thea, the giants became a danger. The wild wives and the Vielkolud were gentle and calm, but not during their mating seasons. When giants mate, well, you can only imagine. And so, a council of elves, rune masters, and human gods created the Weatherer, the first planetnik giant, who would become a shepherd for his kin. The planetnik giants were able to put the others to sleep and wake them only in small groups for short periods of time to ensure the crafting of the world continues even as the builders slumber. Your main objective will be to face the Umbrage Lord before he devours enough souls and before he kills off all the planetnik giants in order to ascend and thus release all of his darkness upon Thea. You see, it is not that he is evil, that would be too simple. It is just that during his sleep, the darkness weaved its way into his very heart, and now his power of the humming, instead of building the world, seeks to take it apart. You will only have one chance at facing him, so make it count. There are two ways for you to follow. One, find the Great Weatherer, the first of the planetnik giants. He has woken without his memories. Convince him to help you. Remind him of his duties, and you'll have a chance at stopping this. The second way is more straightforward. Try to kill as many giants as you can, and then face the Umbrage Lord yourself once you find him.
I like a straightforward fight. We're just gonna kill.
When you kill or defeat at least 4 groups of giants, but only when you attack them first, their blood will alert the Umbrage Lord that someone is destroying the souls he seeks to claim for himself. Once you attract his attention, you can try to face him, or at least track down his shadowy lair.
Alright, so now we are suddenly giant hunters. Sounds badass to me. Alright, they still have another turn or two they can collect. Or more. Another level. They gain some more strength. The snake becomes even more poison. That's awesome. Health is always preferred. Cool. That's a good level there too. And our village. Lots of strength. Okay. Alright. Continue our trek to the cosmic tree. Hunt some wolves.
Some traders approach your village and ask for refuge to rest and trade. They are a very large group and seem well armed. They also include some goblin boar riders and rugged-looking warriors.
My village isn't ready for a 4 skull, let alone a 5 skull.
You let the traders rest in your village and you trade small trinkets with each other. They also leave a token gift in thanks.
Don't need it, but thank you. Let's see. How are they doing? Yeah, they're still fine.
You find your way back to the elven guardian, Alicia, and discover him sitting on a rock, meditating. He still looks very weak, but as you walk towards him, he wakes and looks at you. So you have what we need? Later. Let us make the compass while I have the strength. Alicia stretches out his arms for you to hand him the shards. When you do, he closes them in his palms and begins to sing. You do not understand the language, but his voice is soft as a whisper on the wind. Each word feels like a flower petal gently caressing your skin, and the melody carries in the air like a sweet smell of home-baked cakes or your mother's smile. When the song stops, you feel your souls lifted with joy, and you see a silver acorn in Alicia's hands. The acorn has a blue light on its top, and it points in one direction wherever you move it. The elf speaks, but you can barely hear him. His body has become almost transparent. Yes, this will lead you. I would go myself, but you see how much strength this has cost me, so it is up to you now. Beware. Now that the compass is made, I feel a great power resides in the direction it points to. Make sure you're ready to face whatever hides at your journey's end before you go. Of course, I will try to answer anything you ask. Okay, so what is your question? Well, it is hardly surprising that creatures of the night would seek to remain in charge. And of course, they would claim it was all their design, the cheek of it. Surely you are not considering such a fate for Thea? Yes, you are right. It is not likely they will give up easily, especially if this was their own design, but we must proceed regardless. Good, good. Now go and help secure a future for both Thea and mankind. I will try to follow you in spirit and offer aid if possible, but for now, have my blessing.
Okay, where is that? Up and to the right. Actually, how's that armor coming along? They're about to finish one. Yeah, I want to collect it. So many goblin boar riders. They're actually kind of easy now. Minor wounds to auto-resolve it. Don't need any of those anymore. So, let's go ahead and beat this guy up. And let's talk him out of his weapons, which we don't need. Go into the village, and let's see what we can do. Definitely don't need that much wood. Drop off the miscellaneous stuff. Oh, I guess I could have kept that. Oh well. String, coal, the armor. Cool, cool. Let's take a bunch of the crafted food. And we need one of those for our medic. So, distraction. Unfortunately, that's not a good one, but we still need it. Let's go ahead and take everything that's endgame gear and see who needs it. And we'll just give back whatever we don't need. So that's good quality, and I would like our medic to survive longer. So we'll do something like that. And then we have this thing that has 4 distraction. So I guess the question is, which of my warriors already has distraction? He has 2. Looks like it's him. Oh, it's going to be a slight downgrade for him, but that's okay. We will give it to our other hammer. Like so. Did I not give him the... Oh, he already had good quality. I'm silly. Does anybody not have dragon? Ooh. I didn't realize vampires could equip stuff. Yes, please. I guess take the one-handed sword. Who uses axes? You use one-handed. Any two-handers? Nope. Do I have any more decent shields? If not, I'm gonna give the... I don't. It's better for her to have the axe then. That's some nice damage. Yeah. So we'll give all that back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, we got plenty of food for upcoming challenges. Cool, cool. Let's head towards the cosmic tree. Next turn. Looks like they get one more turn together. Yep, they're done. And come on home. As far as you guys, now you can head towards the cosmic tree.
You are ambushed by orc bandits. They are charging at you and don't look eager to talk about it. You only have seconds to decide what to do. Use your tactical... Your formation worked, and you managed to push the orcs' main attack away. They see that their attack did not work as intended, and they stop and watch you. There are a couple of dead orcs to loot.
I don't need them. And then I'm gonna kill them.
You have defeated the orc ambushers. You realize a few of them have broken their weapons in a last act before dying, but perhaps some can be salvaged.
Okay, that was interesting. For now, I don't need to be eating everything, just the cooked food, and save the rest for the upcoming fights. Some vampires. Level 6s, eh? Well, there goes the other one. And there goes one of the rats. You know what? There goes the other rat. So we have a lonely vampire to kill. I can poke him for 27 total, which is not enough to kill him. I can just confuse him. And then hammer time. And we win. Don't need the gear. Ooh, wrong group. Head home.
You travel through the hills in search of resources, and you come across the remains of an old settlement. The houses are small, almost built into the hills themselves, and despite the decay brought by the darkness, many look well preserved. You realize, however, that you are not alone, as two tall orcs step in front of you with their weapons drawn. "Halt!" one shouts at you in a deep, heavy drumming voice. The two orcs speak together in a foreign tongue, which sounds a lot like whistling leaves on a windy day. You make out a few words like deal, mistress, and vault, but not much else. The orcs step aside, and an orcish female steps in. She is even taller, muscular, and holds her head up high as she speaks to you.
"We got here first, humans, so don't get any ideas. But we may have a deal for you. We found something and it needs tools to open, and we have none. Give us your tools, and in exchange we will give you several weapons and some resources we found in this place. Deal?"
So this is my gathering party. I'm not gonna risk doing a 4-skull fight with them. I'll do the social challenge again.
The orc woman frowns, and her men take a few steps forward, but she raises her hand to stop them.
"Work together, you say? Why? We have never gotten anything but hatred and disdain from your kin. Why would we trust you?"
Alright. Could potentially... Well, I definitely can counter once. He might also be able to get one off. We'll see. We'll send out our Vajmir first. I was going to say our MVP Snake, but he needs to poke somebody. I'd rather he just kill someone. Oh, that was a shield, wasn't it? Damn it, I thought it was support, like that. He only needs to do 9 to kill that guy. Okay, you first actioned the matriarch. Congratulations. So none of my counters are gonna work. Instead, we're just gonna do something like this. Well, they did not attack in the directions I wanted them to. Oh well. Okay, send out this guy. He is not going to kill the witch in either of his turns, but that's okay. Send out the snake, who has some amazing shielding. Still not strong enough to... Oh wait, yeah, he is. With that together, that's 9 damage. What if they attack together? That's 17. Still not quite enough. So let's support him. That should be more than enough now. Send her out. Shield her for 1, support her for 4. We got this. Let's see, it needs to do 4 more damage. Boom. And then overkill.
The conversation goes well, and so you end on a high note. So you see, we both have an image of our people in our heads. We think orcs are brutes who will eat our children, and from the sounds of it, you think the very same of us. If we give you our tools, you may not find anything of use in the vault anyway. But if we work together, you keep your stuff and get half of what's in the vault. And we both learn that trust can be found in the strangest of places. The orc woman nods and smiles.
Oh, fine. You have a silver tongue, human, but I like it. Let's get the vault open, and then perhaps we can even drink together.
Inside the vault, you find a supply of various wooden logs, some minerals, and a huge supply of dried, cured foodstuffs. You also find a small armory, but it is clear that whoever lived here treasured the food and resources more than anything else. You share the spoils and sit by the fire with the orcs. There is an awkward distance between the groups, but it is certainly progress. The orcs get up to leave, but their leader turns to you once more.
This was a trip to remember, and I would not like it to go to waste on account of our mutual hatred. I give you one of my men. Not a good one, mind you, he's a measly thing, but perhaps he can prove his worth amongst your people. But in return, one of yours will come to live with us. Perhaps this way we will learn about each other and rebuild our land differently from before.
She looks away, her face frozen in thought.
I'm gonna refuse and just hope she gives me him anyways.
Fine. In that case, I shall give you one of my workers instead. He's truly a pain in my existence. If you don't take him, he shall be left here anyway. This way, we still keep a connection and you unburden me from an annoyance.
One of the orcs you have not noticed earlier steps up and stands by you. His head is hanging low, he's much smaller than his warrior friends, and yet he still seems like a sturdy enough fella. The other orcs grunt something to him, and he nods to them. Then they all leave. The orc speaks in your tongue, but it's an effort for him.
Me happy to living in human house. Me thanking you. Me be Otrak.
He bows and starts working on loading your loot without any delays.
So we got another orc. Nope, that's the old one. There he is. Both kind of ugly fuckers. Oh well. He's got some nice strength though. That's pretty impressive. Alright, continue the trek home. You guys continue to the cosmic tree. So, there's going to be a fight in here. Before I access it, I want to reenact my food bonus. I don't need the movement. Now let's do it.
You approach what looks like an animal lair. You feel strong magic protecting this place, but with the compass, you are able to see it and enter. Inside the lair, you see a stump of an enormous burnt-out tree and a gigantic snake-like creature intertwined around it. It has the long, slithering body of a snake and a forked tongue, yet its head is more like a drake. With sharp teeth and horned skull, it also hides wings on its back. It is staring right at you. So, the saviors of Thea have finally slithered in. I waited a long while for this. Sure are you? And why is that? The mother tree does not reside in one place, silly mortal. And so, yes, this is her, in a way. I thought it fitting to snatch her seed and lay in wait right here. So, if you are victorious, the seed can be sown without delay, and if you follow another path, the mother will watch her defeat once more. I don't know yet. I have many names. Some call me Worm, some Slibinas, Zmish, but you can call me Zmei the Devourer. It sounds more threatening that way, does it not? Damn, it did, didn't it? Oh well, Zmei will do. Who am I, you asked before? I am the ever-changing fate, the roll of the dice, the sudden storm on a clear day. Chaos, that is what I am. Like the darkness, yes, I suppose so. But complete darkness, like it was before this seed started growing its tiny power. So I suppose I seek to throw us back into the void. A void is wonderfully chaotic, you see. Die? That's saying a lot. Many creatures may die, you certainly will, but I for one am curious what a lifeless Thea would look like. It was all going so wonderfully well until the sun decided to come back on us. To your first statement, I say I am no fortune teller. Were you to leave right now, I will likely stay, or maybe not, who knows. To your second request, no. Now before we continue our talk and address the possibility of confrontation, I advise you to decide if you are indeed ready. For if we proceed, and if I am victorious in either flesh or mind, you will seal the fate of your precious Thea. I do not like duels that are uneven, so last chance to come back when you're ready.
So we're definitely ready, but even though I've been focusing on social challenges, I didn't gain many social levels. So I think I'm just gonna fight him. And I'm going to be insulting as I do it. Probably going to lose a couple people, but oh well. Alrighty then. It's hammer time. Whew, that's May. That is a lot of life. Alright, I need to evaluate. I can first action quite a few people. Anyone who's 5 and under. So I can first action both of them, which would be 50, 93, 97, 117, 123. In theory, he'll be wounded, so that would be 139, 144. Not enough to kill him, sadly. He's gonna do 63 damage, which sucks. Yep, I don't like this. I don't like it at all. I guess, what do we say, 144? Yeah, even supporting allies, it's not gonna be enough. I should have looked at things closer and sent out somebody I couldn't first action first. Oh well. Mistakes happen. Let's do a little pokey action. What else? I guess now we'll send out hurt. Oh, I got more options. What am I gonna do? I don't know. Good counter tactic. I really should have shielded her now that I think about it. Damn it. So many mistakes made already. Oh well. Okay. Options. Let's go ahead and poke. Welcome, Limey Honey. Yeah, I know, I love Thea. It's sad that not many people play it, but I enjoy it. And we're nearing the end of this run. I may end up playing something else in between before I start another run, just to kind of get a break in between, but I'll definitely be playing more Thea as time goes on. I know they're making a new one. I'm very interested to see what route they're going to take. Okay. I guess while we're at it, let's go ahead and counter Tic Tac. And I guess do it one more time. Yes. Alright. Send out the hammer. Yeah, I definitely made mistakes this time. That's okay. So I need 2 first actions. I'm going to support. I'm going to shield. Then I'm going to first action her and first action him. So we lost our witch, which is unfortunate, but there's still a good chance to survive.
You have defeated the Zmei. His monstrous body collapses with a thump and lies lifeless beneath your feet. But from beneath the carcass appears a much smaller worm, smiling at you as he speaks. My, defeated by a bunch of villagers. Although it is a fate that great heroes share with me. I never thought a pitchfork could be my earthly undoing. Your gods do laugh at me now. How I do love chaos. How I long to witness what wonderful fate humanity will bring us now. Well done, my friends. Here is your coveted cosmic seed. You place it on the tree's stump and paint this ancient rune with your own blood. The Zmei draws the symbol with his tongue. After that, this place will fall under a protection spell that even I won't be able to penetrate. In time, a long time, most likely several of your generations, the tree will grow once more. Or it will not. Its fate is in your hands. I shall watch your decision with pleasure, little one. With his last words, the Zmei turns around and disappears into thin air.
What is my favorite character type? I mean, if you're talking in terms of like the village focus at the start, warriors would be it. My favorite thing that I've only seen like twice in the hundreds of hours I've played is the dragon spider. It's got amazing damage along with the poison and the health. So yeah, it would be dragon spiders. I don't need that ring. So here's hoping our witch survives. Oh, apparently you typed something in caps. And Nightbot got pissed at you. Have you not seen dragon spiders? Oh yeah, they're I guess I can pull it up real quick. So yeah, level 1 dragon spiders come with a base 43 health, 10 damage, and 16 poison. The only way I've managed to get them is you just build buildings in your village that have attract beast, and you have like a small percentage chance of them appearing. I got really lucky, and they were like the first thing that appeared in my village in one run. So like the rest of the game was kind of super easy at that point because I got 2 of them back to back. And just having something with that much life and damage when all of the rest of your characters have, you know, cloth armor and little sticks for weapons, it was amazing.
You walk up to the stump and place the seed in the center. You begin drawing the symbol. You notice that a group of non-humans stands close by, trying desperately to walk through some invisible barrier. You're not sure if it is the Zmei, the elf, or maybe the old sage that is helping you, but it matters not. You finish the ritual, and just like the Zmei said, the seed is absorbed into the tree's stump. Immediately, you see life return to the ancient wood, and a single, thin, long branch reaches out with a tiny green leaf, delicately rustling in the wind. You feel power growing in this place, power beyond any magic, life itself perhaps. The invisible force pushes you away, gently yet firmly. Slowly, the place becomes less and less material, until it dissolves before your very eyes. You know you will not see it again, and yet hope grows in your hearts. It will take long years before Thea is restored to its former glory, but it is thanks to your efforts that it will be restored.
Yeah, no kidding. This seed will take generations to start growing. You'll be dead before you see it, but it's growing right now. I see it. See, huh? Yeah? Oh well.
A young elf approaches you. You do not know me, but I am Alicia's kin. I arrived too late to help you, and I have seen my father's death in my dreams. I wish to make up for my tardiness and join your village. Will you have me?
Hell yeah. Elves are pretty badass too. Let's see. Well, you're not as good in magic as I was hoping. Oh well. Still make use of you. And now, by completing that, technically I could end this run, but I kind of want to try to kill the Umbrage Lord. So I'm going to keep playing. And additionally, the goddess Lada has been unlocked. So we need to... Oh, we can't camp. Can I cheese the system? Nope. Damn it. That was foolish of me. So... let's see. Our medic skill is 9. She has a 21% chance of dying. Lada is your favorite god? Yeah, talking is overpowered. I tend to do social challenges most of the time. And the thing I notice about Lada is when you're attacked by those dwarven bandits, you have like a 50-50 shot of one of the dwarves joining you because you worship Lada. And that's just crazy. Well, save. I can't save. I have saving turned off. Okay, well, just cross our fingers. Ooh, she survived. She has 1 health, which means now she's got more of a 22% chance to die. No, 20. I don't remember. The event where the bandit joins you. Yeah, when the dwarf bandit joins you. If you can get like 3 or 4 of them in the first 50 turns, you're pretty much set. See what these levels are. It'd be really nice if our medic got better at being a medic. He did not. That's sad. Our forest elf got medic skill, a 5, which means I could make it a 9 as well, so that's no different. Oh, I have not seen the one where they just tell you to take everything because you worship Lada. That's interesting. Sounds nice, because they usually have like close to end game gear plus mithril, which is always nice. And our warrior got better at medic, which is always interesting. Alright, so we have a 20% chance that she's still gonna die. I need to go somewhere that I can camp, which is here. And once again, cross our fingers. She survived, and because we camped, she healed enough to get out of critical damage. So we're good to go now. Oh, normal bandits. Interesting. Not as good at gear, but still very helpful if it's in the first part of the game where you haven't been able to craft anything yet. So, we've completed the God quest. We just completed the Cosmic Tree quest. We just need to find and kill 4 groups of giants to lure out the Umbrage Lord. You haven't had a good start in a long time? Oh, that feels bad, man. I'm sorry. Like this run, I actually got pretty damn lucky because Dragon Leather was 2 days journey from my village. Mithril was 2 days journey from my village. Moonstone was 4 days, which was a little dangerous, but not too bad. Diamond was the same story, so it's like almost all of the end game resources were pretty safe for me to harvest. Let's see, the last 5 games you played, you got 1 wood and 1 vegetable. Yeah, that happens a lot. You know, like all I got was a fish and a wood. If I had wanted to, I could have built a blessed path and been able to collect all of this, but none of these were really worth it to justify the resources going into that. Plus only having more wood and vegetables within range of the blessed path. Oh, yeah, that really sucks. It's the blessed path's not even worth it at that point. Yeah, that's when you really have to like focus on building high-powered expeditions that can go out there and just sit for 20-30 turns collecting crap and then coming back. We haven't even seen giants yet, so this might take a while, and we're on turn 444. Where are the giants? Well, I guess we'll just start clearing out some
Slavers
quests.
are a sadly common sight in Thea these days. Your scouts have spotted such a group in the area. Rescuing the slaves may be both noble and practical, but beware, if you lose, the slavers will likely not let you go free.
So this is my combat party. Might as well take them on. And continue the journey home with our gatherers. You don't need to go to the herbalist hut. God, these things are gonna be so weak, it's gonna just be a joke. Send out our snake after this. Yeah, how did I get the snake? Oh, so you know the event where you are walking along and the ground suddenly collapses and you fall into a viper's pit? In that event, if you have both high folklore and high animal kinship, the folklore will let you do a different event where you try to charm them. And then if you have the animal kinship, you have a chance of taming one of them. And I got the Zmaze minion from that viper pit. Got another bow. I'm sure I have somebody who doesn't need it.
Noises in your village at night.
Don't take another child.
As you prepare to go to sleep and take one last look out of the windows, you see that the ground seems to be moving. You shout to your fellow villagers and soon realize that your home is swarming with rats.
Oh yeah, I hate these events. Gotta kill them all at once or they take shit. Okay. My only hammer is in my tactical hand. That sucks. Okay, she kills that rat like it's a joke. We'll poke that one. Send out our next warrior. When my home is unguarded? Well, clearly my home is guarded. I mean... I have 3, 5... I have 10 people guarding my home. Let's see. I can poke that rat and kill it. Then there's still one more fat rat up there somewhere. There he is. Send out this guy. We'll do a counter tic-tac. Oh, earlier in the game? Yeah. I guess I play in a little bit different way. Like, I never leave my village unguarded. I always have... Let's see, at the very start of the game, I always have 4 people in my village. And send 6 out expeditioning. And then I just kind of keep my groups even. And then when I have enough people to create 3 expeditions of 7 or more, I do that. And now I guess just get closer with everything. My hammer would be super useful right now. Ooh, that hurt. He should be able to get an attack in. Maybe not. Yes. Slight heal.
You spread out and attack aggressively, with more risk to yourselves. The gambit pays off, and you slaughter all of the rats before they are able to do any real damage in your village.
20 people glitch? I'm not familiar with that. Is that something that happens when you have 20 people in a group? Because I never do that. I play with the card limit 12 difficulty on, so I never keep more than 12 people in any group. Okay, so they got a bow that I'm sure somebody can make use of, like this orc who has no gear. They don't need that much wood. Get rid of all the miscellaneous stuff. I guess they can keep 100 shrooms and 100 seaweed. I need them to carry 35 herbs in case that event comes up again. And they need more food. Oh, and they need those for the medic. So I got 9 people, that's 270 food. Turn that on, turn those off. Cool. So you think if it's 20 people in total, children growing drops to something like 1% each turn. So again, with the difficulty I'm playing on, it's hard to gauge that because I also have realism on, which means I can only have one of each type of building. So I only can have one cabbage patch, which means I almost never get children anyways. Most of the people I get are from events, and the children that I do collect are from the cat fighting the wolves event. And I haven't had a problem with them growing up. Let's see, what do they need? Here, they can have the dragon armor, that axe, and the sword. Let's see what we can do with that. He needs the axe. Should be a nice upgrade. No, what? Oh, that's right, it's the poison that I wanted. So this does a base 26 with a chance of going up to 33. So yeah. What does she have? She has the spear, she's good. Oh yeah, the armor. They all are good. She needs the sword. She needs the one-handed. Oh, that's why. He doesn't need the one-handed axe. He can use it for now. Here's some armor. And then our sage needs to become a better medic. Drop these off. Yeah, there's nothing else I want to give this expedition. Let's see, I just brought some coal back so I can make a couple more gambles on that armor. What are my favorite humans? Yours are witches because magic. You've been playing too much Magicka. Nice. That brings back memories. Honestly, I don't really like the witches. Every time I get a witch, they come with a base 1 magic and it never improves. My favorites, honestly, are warriors. Because, and I know people argue with me about this all the time. Let me get this set up real quick. Maximize that, send them to work. So the reason I like human warriors so much is because they have this skill that allows them to equip 2-handed swords in one hand. So you get to double up your shielding with a 2-handed sword and a shield. So they're just damage soakers. And then I'll pick 2 warriors to give hammers to so that they're doing a lot of damage. And then everyone who's not a warrior usually gets either a high-end spear or a high-end hammer. That way I can send out my warriors to absorb any of the incoming attacks, and then everyone else just kind of cleans up the board for me. Okay, they can't move anymore. So let's go towards the slavers. Can't quite reach them, and there's nothing worth gathering. And they suddenly jumped away. Well, let's do the Elven City real quick.
You find the tower just as Alice told you. It stands tall, looming over the countryside. Its dark stones show no sign of an entrance, but as you get closer, you see a lone figure sitting outside in a rocking chair. He waves his hand at you and smiles cheerfully. He is an old orc male, dressed in a simple linen shirt and leather trousers, with no visible weapons on him.
Speaking of magic challenges, which I'm pretty sure I'm not prepared for. Let's see. Filters. Hex. So 1 damage, 5, 4, 4, 5, 6. Nothing. 2, nothing. 3, 2, 4, and 13. So I'm mediocre at a hex challenge. I guess it's worth a shot.
I am Zadra, although it is not a name I have used in a very long time. Too long for your years, in fact. How did you hear of it? Ah, I see you met my Alice. Is she okay? Right, yes. Stupid question, really. I just meant, is she still... never mind. You're right. I have no right to ask. After all, it is all my fault. If only I could. I tried for the last 490 years. I was pissed for the first decade, but to no avail. That damned cork demon.
Some of these names.
I was a fool, and I asked the cork, a trickster demon as it turned out, for aid. The damn thing had me worked up and angered for months, until finally he offered his golden reward. I was to take an enchanted red ribbon to Alice. He swore she would never speak to nor see her kin again and be mine forever. And you know already what he really meant. And so she is stuck there, and I am bound to this tower, never to leave it, and worse yet, it only appears here for a few days every 100 years, so I can never have enough time to find help.
Did it really just do I haven't heard that name in years? Yeah. Yes, the game just did that.
The ribbon, so you really have spoken to her. I suppose with this damned thing we could actually try to break the hex. I have been studying this for centuries. Let us try. Will you help?
Oh, it's only a 2-skull hex. Yeah, we got this, no problem.
Excellent. I do not know if it was Alice's magic or the gods themselves, but I believe you will be our salvation. The orc begins to prepare for the ritual. He takes his clothes off and paints his body with an elderberry extract. He then throws some rock salt onto the ribbon and sets it on fire. The blaze burns red and sizzles with malicious laughter. In the smoke, you see the face of a wrinkled child.
Okay, we got our 2 no damage guys in our combat hand. That's unfortunate. But we should be strong enough. Oh yeah, counter offense. Nice. I should have just done that from the start. Oh well. Counter tic-tac. That's all we can do for that. She kills that one, no problem. So we'll send out our next best warrior. Not quite enough to kill it, but hey, we can poke it. And that should be enough to clean up house. Nope, don't like messing with magic.
You see the orc twist and contort as he battles the power of the hex. You see the familiar grey ash swirling around the fire. Then it all stops. The red flame dies. The ash drops to the ground and disappears, and you see a huge smile on Zadra's face. We did it. I am free. Thank you, friends. Now I must go back to Alice and see if she's okay. But before he is able to leave, Alice appears before you all. Alice nods at you. Yes, I am free, although my city is naught but ashes. But I suppose that matters not anymore. As promised, I will give you a blessing of the Silver Oak peoples. If you are worthy, it will give you understanding of magic.
Nice. Lots of permanent stat boosts. I love it.
She nods and bows her head in response. You see Zadra stands by without a word, but there are tears in his eyes. Alice looks at him for a while, then turns back to you. I will ask you as my savior, should I forgive him his folly or avenge my city and my fate?
I guess I could go the wise one route. Just let it go.
Alice nods and smiles, then walks over to Zadra, who awaits her anxiously. After an awkward moment, Alice embraces her lover. They disappear together.
And we got somebody to join us. Another bandit. They must have a weapon equipped. That's really high damage. Let's go check that out. That's not what I wanted. I want the city. I'm guessing you just joined us? Yeah, so you had an axe. That's why your damage is so high. Okay. Where did I want to send them? I'm not... Oh, I guess I'm in need of more coal. Which closest one was up here.
You are ambushed by orc bandits. They are charging at you and don't look eager to talk about it. You only have seconds to decide what to do.
So it's convenient since I have the orcs on my team now, I get an extra option.
The orcs attacking you slow down a bit, and some of them hesitate for a moment. Your own orc comrade says they will not stop the attack, but you have now gained a decent advantage, so your next move will be easier.
Yep, pretty much. Bandits are like, screw this, they kill us all the time. I'm gonna join them. Alright, 2 skull challenge against orc workers. This should be a joke. Yeah. Level 6, so I can't really counter offense them, but that's okay. I can poke this one and then send out the big hammer. Then send out the next hammer and a warrior. Poke this guy for the hell of it, and we should be good. Hey, I'm all about the poke.
You have defeated the orc ambushers.
You love poking, it's the best thing to get. Yeah.
Broken their weapons in a last act before dying, but perhaps some can be salvaged.
I don't need any of this gear. Alright, can I move any more this turn? Or was that coal over here? Yep, okay. And this group. Chasing down the slavers. Skeletons. My turn? Big hammer. Little hammer. And snake. Oh, you bastard. It's okay. I can first action somebody too. In the meantime, let's get rid of your offensive card. And then I can first action her, and we win. A science grinder going. I did. I've pretty much researched everything I want, so I'm just collecting research points for the hell of it now as I finish up my endgame gear. Bats are a joke. I'm just gonna auto resolve this one. Topiax. Alright, big hammer time. Ooh. He survives the hammer. Guess we gotta poke him. There is no way I can counter offense at all, so we'll send out the other hammer. Have you got progressive victory already? Let me check. I don't think so. I think I'm just shy of it. Well, we'll find out right after this fight. Ooh, he poked me. It tickled. And I guess I'll return the favor with some more pokes. Heal the wound, and I definitely don't need that gear.
You approach the slavers and see they are a mixed group of different peoples, including orcs, humans, goblins, and even dwarves. They drag behind them a row of malnourished, worn-out slaves, including children, shackled and cruelly whipped by their captors. The slavers are well armed, but they have clearly seen some fighting not long ago, as they have bandages and look banged up.
Okay, I'll do the social challenge. It doesn't really matter. Oh, look at that, a nice little 6 health orc. Aw, he gets poked to death. Damn, I get 3 cards? Let's go ahead and counter offense then. So you two are dead. No concerns there. Let's counter tic-tac a bit. The last wolf. And then just send everyone else out to clean up.
Your posturing and clear confidence made these slavers very uneasy. They must have had quite a fight beforehand, as you realize they would not have been an easy prey still. Their leader speaks.
Fine, you can have half of our cargo and just leave us be.
You feel this is a final offer.
So, you never paid attention to how much poke damage works? Yeah, I know exactly how it works. So, the way it works, when you send someone out and they do their piercing damage, it's going to be 1/2 of their total damage rounded down, not counting extra damage like poison and leech. So, if their total attack is 27, they're going to do 13 damage when they poke somebody.
The slavers cut off their long chain in the middle of the row of slaves and leave with half of the cargo. You hear some slaves crying out, but most of them are too worn out to protest. You realize many of the rescued people will not survive the night, and yet you have given hope and a new start to some.
And you just gave me an idea for another YouTube video that I'll put out in the coming days. I've been doing these like little mini series of correcting information that people get wrong a lot that I see, especially in the older videos before a lot of the updates came out. The next one I'm going to do is kind of describing how the death check works and how healing works. And then I'll also do a kind of like a weapons and combat theory video with that. Okay, we've got nothing to do with our main group except hunt giants, which we have not seen. Hey, a giant cave. How convenient is that? And then these guys were coming up here for some coal. Boar rider. At this point, they're kind of a joke. I'm just going to auto-resolve it. Don't need any of the gear, sadly. I think all of these... Oh, no. Any undead you should fight. So, hammer time. They are level 4. Well, let's get rid of their tactical cards. Okay, he does 68 damage. This guy will absorb 30 of it, and then he needs 32 to die, so 62. He kills both of them. Send out the next hammer, and a warrior, and that should be enough to finish this fight. The hell is that? Rock breaker. It's apparently an axe. It looks like a mace. Now we just need to find giants, which we've not seen. Find giants. Yeah, I know. Goblin warrior. Auto resolve. Don't need the gear. So many fights. Okay, let's continue and collect some.
Slavers are a sadly common sight in Thea these days.
More
slavers.
slavers.
Have spotted such a group in the area. Rescuing the slaves may be both noble and practical, but beware. If you lose, the slavers will likely not let you go free.
And they're in my general direction that I'm heading. Okay, there's my coal.
You are set upon by a small group of rugged-looking dwarves. Their faces are scarred, as if they cut off their beards with their axes, which they probably did. Their clothes are worn, and their eyes hungry. Only their weapons remain in perfect condition, the last remnant of their bygone heritage. One steps up and spits before speaking.
Money, or we'll kick your teeth in now.
That would be funny if it was the same slaves, especially if the designers thought of that, and they'll be like, "Not you again." That would make me chuckle. You know, you guys are a joke now. I'm just gonna kill you. Hey, you had a spear. Thank you for not using it on me. I'll give you one of mine though. And then hammer time. So they're level 8 and 9. I can counter offense. How convenient. And tic-tac-toe. So he finishes that one off. She killed 59 to 57. Yeah, she kills this one. I need to kill the other two. Warrior, vampire, and the rest for the hell of it. Give all your stuff. At this point, there's nothing they can really give me that I would want. I mean, I guess mithril bars.
You have defeated the dwarven bandits.
You
realize a few of them have somehow broken their weapons in a last act of dying, but perhaps some can be salvaged.
That looks both interesting and impractical. Like, we're gonna put feathers along the blade. Still not good enough. Yeah, I don't need any of that. So I'll take the mithril at least. Yeah. If I gave them everything that I have, that'd be nuts. And we gain some levels. What do we got? Our snake got some health. That's interesting. Not that great of a level, actually. How about our main warrior group? They've become better at tactical and intelligence challenges. I think will comes into play in that. And our village. There we go. Lots of health. Always want to see the health. One skull bats. Those shouldn't even be appearing anymore.
While the men slept well this night, some of the women, well, they sleep very, very well. Visited thusly by a bipedder perching by their bedside, the women's dreams are filled with passion and desire, burning their bodies like a red flare.
Oh, that would piss me off so bad if I misclicked and gave them everything. I would probably rage quit for the day if that ever happened. Let's see. I'm playing Horus. He gives me a chance of recruiting the female vampires, so I'm not going to be able to get this guy. That sucks. Oh well.
An old wives' tale talks about the Pozilosnik, known as the Bybedder, a fiendishly handsome house demon, said to visit the good-hearted young women and lure them onto the path of corruption. In truth, the Bybedder is not fussed about the goodness of his betrothed ones, and it is not so much a path of corruption he leads to, it is more a death by passion that fills him with power.
Everyone has sex until they die. Interesting. And we get rid of him by burning cow manure.
Those under the demon's seductive spell will still have to try to free themselves from his clutches, but their fight should now be much easier.
And it's an intellect challenge, which we just gained levels on. Oh, but it's only our females. Yeah. Well, let's give it a shot. Let's do a little pokey action, so she finishes that one off. I think confuse is the better option. No, she's gonna kill it too. Well, you're just useless right now. Oh well. Let's poke that guy. I guess we will shield her. And then get closer with you. Yeah, but burning cow manure would ward off anything, whether it's evil or not.
The task was not easy, but it seems you outsmarted your opponent. After indulging in a night of unspoilt pleasure and ecstasy, you managed to use the heights of your passion to strike down the Bybedder and banish him from your bedchambers. The demon runs off, but he has a huge smile on his face, and so do the women who fought him. A child is found in the village the next day.
And now all of our women are more attractive after a night of sex. Who knew?
A sudden gust of wind rushes towards you and throws you off your feet. You hear a deep bellowing, and you feel the air is cold and harsh.
I don't think I've seen this one before. Physical challenge should be a joke. In fact, yeah, we'll just send out our best warrior. And then we'll counter offense. Poke you. And just send everyone else out. Do some cleanup.
You hold on tight and manage to steady yourselves. The wind still surrounds you, and you see strange faces in the air, whispering, "They have returned! They have returned!" You also hear a child crying.
I feel like acting confused and ignoring it is the worst of the options, so I'm going to go search for the child.
Only a few steps ahead, you discover an infant lying bare on the ground. It looks kind of human, except for completely white eyes and white hair.
Kill it, leave it, or take it. We always need more bodies. I'm guessing this is the beginning of giants. Yeah, but the thing is, I've done 2 quest lines that introduce the whole, hey, giants are coming. Go kill them. But okay, yeah, let's take the baby.
You take the child with you, and as you do, its strange hair and eyes turn perfectly normal.
Weird. Okay. Slaver's shirt now. Yeah, whatever. Let's get more children. Bats, eh? With a samak. Their leech damage is redonkulous. So, hammer time. Wasted of a hammer time, but that's okay. Next hammer. And our vampire. with 75 amazing damage. First action, I can do that too. Even though they'll never grow up. We'll see. I guess just keep throwing bodies out. There's the Samak. Gotta kill him in one shot or he almost fully heals himself. For the hell of it, I'm gonna give him a little poke. Little tap tap taparoo. Let's see. Let's do a counter tic tac. I don't think I have a... Ooh, I do have a strong enough offense. Haha. Then I am going to first action somebody that can do 19 damage. Somebody like my hammer. So she kills both of those. She's gonna kill both of them. Yeah, we're done. This fight's over. And a horn that gives 1 dexterity. Not useful. Now some bees. Auto resolve. Get rid of the shield.
You approach the slavers and see they are a mixed group of different peoples, including orcs, humans, goblins, and even dwarves. They drag behind them a row of malnourished, worn-out slaves, including children, shackled and cruelly whipped by their captors. The slavers are well armed, but they have clearly seen some fighting not long ago, as they have bandages and look banged up.
So I guess we'll socialize them again. At this point I feel like I can just auto-resolve.
Your posturing and clear confidence made these slavers very uneasy. They must have had quite a fight beforehand, as you realize they would not have been an easy prey still. Their leader speaks.
Fine, you can have half of our cargo and just leave us be.
You feel this is a final offer.
Usually when I attack them, I get a single child and then whatever gear they drop.
The slavers cut off their long chain in the middle of the row of slaves and leave with half of the cargo. You hear some slaves crying out, but most of them are too worn out to protest. You realize many of the rescued people will not survive the night, and yet you have given hope and a new start to some.
But ultimately, the permanent stat boost is worth more than any of the gear that they would drop. And it's daytime. Can I discover some free roaming giants? That would be amazing. You're goblin warriors. You're not useful. I'm not sure. I know recently I have fought them and still gotten children. I don't remember if prior to the last update if it was different. I don't know. I guess we'll clear out the goblins by socializing them and getting rid of their shields. So is there no free roaming giant around here? That's disappointing.
You approach a group of giants, and you have just enough time to figure out the best approach.
I suck at stealth challenges. I'm just gonna kill them. It's midwives. Or wild wives. Why did I think midwife? That was weird. I'm tired. Okay, you do a crap ton of damage. Can't deny that. I could poke you for 31 total damage. And then... let's say she's going first. That would then be 63, 76, 89, 93. Yeah, so these two together would kill this one. But that's a bit of a waste. What if I have him go first? So that would be 31... 61, 69, 78. No. I guess it doesn't matter. I can only imagine you convincing the goblins to give you the shield and then you tear it apart in front of them with one of your warriors' bare hands. Yeah. Talk about intimidation right there. That would be hilarious. Alright, so both my spears can kill her. I guess that's my play right now. And now we have this one to deal with. Oh. Could I first action both my hammers? I can. Hell, I can first action all my hammers. Things that make you go, I think that's my play. It sounds like fun. In the meantime, I'm just gonna let them get the tactic cards out. That's right. Keep buffing your cards. That'd be awesome. Okay, hammer, hammer, hammer. Who do I want to go first? I guess it doesn't matter. First action, first action, first action. Look at that. All the giants die before they can attack. Fan-freaking-tastic. True.
You slay the giants.
1 out of 4 down. I'm sure some of my warriors could use that. Diamond's always nice. Don't need that. And we healed the wound. Haha. Alright. I'm gonna see what I can do with these real quick, and then I think it's time to call it a night. Sure. You enjoy a creepy doll. And you have no weapon, so there's an axe for you. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night there. I guess I'll use up the rest of my movement. They're collecting coal. Villagers doing villagey things. Alright, I'm calling it a night there. Limey Honey, thanks for coming out and chatting so much. I try to stream every day from 7 p.m. Pacific to 9 p.m. Pacific. So if you want to come out and check out another stream, go ahead. With that, I'm Demordred. Thanks for watching.